Hello, guys. So, I just got in some exciting news about our dear Necros deck that we so love to optimize on this channel. And it is some really nice news because Necros recently topped in, I believe, the Latin American Extravaganza, which is an remote duel event. It was a 7 round event, and yeah, we got 2 deck lists in. One is top 16, and one is even top 4. So I decided, because both of the source videos that I got these deck lists from are in either Spanish or another Latin language. Uh, so I decided to transcribe the deck lists into a Dueling Book and give you a quick review about them. And I'll also, of course, credit the creators of those decks and yeah, shout them out because both of them have done a great job for our community by topping with their lists. And I'll also give my unbiased opinion about these lists, or I'll try to be unbiased, and give my idea why they may have topped and what is going on with Necros in general right now. So let's get into the top 16 list, which is by this YouTuber called El Danny Big Boy. I'll leave his channel link in the description, and it is this deck list here. So his list looks as follows. So as you see, it is Zaborg Incantation Necros Soup, 50 cards, no Pot of Prosperity, no Pot of Extravagance, a couple of XYZs in the extra deck, which give you a little bit of toolboxing, but in all, a very budget-friendly build. So this build also gave a nice list about how it performed, which I will read over in just a moment. So it went 5-2 in the event, and round 1 it won against Dogmatica Invokchadal. Round 2 it won against Cyber Dragon. Round 3 it won against Dragon Link. Well, it won, yeah. Round 3 it won against Dragon Link. Round 4 it won against Dragoon Guru. Round 5 it lost against Zoo Dogma. Round 6 it won against Dark Magician. And round 7 it lost against Dogmatica Invokchadal. So all in all, it went 7-2. I will say that the matchups were usual. What is surprising to me is that Necros list would lose to Zoo Dogmatica, because Zodiac is a pretty easy matchup for decks like this. Though I will also have to say that this deck probably intends on ending on floodgates like Christia or Ruler, which of course are really good against decks that don't excessively side going second cards, but decks like Dogmatica Zoo or Dogmatica Invokchadal have kind of good matchups due to their utilization of Nadir Servant, which is probably why he played Sauravis the Ancient Ascended at 2. To counter the ints sent off by Nadir, which would then destroy the Christia or Ruler, depending on if he opens Zaborg or not. What I really dislike about this list, I will say in my own opinion, is first of all, it's 50 cards, and second of all, it is a Zaborg list in 50 cards. So the main point of the Zaborg is that you want to resolve him as much as possible because he is such a big blowout to most combo decks of the format, because you can choose what you want to send, and if you resolve him, you basically win the game, usually. So I assume that his losses were also justified due to bricky hands, because playing more than 40 cards in Necros usually results in you drawing bricky cards such as your hand traps, such as your Vanity's Ruler, your Talismandra, your tech rituals, which in this case he teched Chaos Max probably to run over Golden Lord, and generally give Golden Lord a hard time. And all in all, yeah. Also, we see he's running one Necros of Arid Bayou, together with one Shuret and one reinforcement of the army to search Shuret or Clausulus, depending on the situation. Uh, this seems fine. All the other Necros ratios are standard for the common Necros builds. And his hand trap lineup is pretty solid with Gamma and Nibiru. I personally would have not made Nibiru and rather put in the Dark Rulers in the main because Dark Ruler is better against. It's more certain than Nibiru. And in his side deck, we see that he was running the Winged Dragon of Rosvir mode so that he could out the Dragon Link board or even the advanced Tri-Brigade board, I bet. We also see Lancea against Dragon Link and Tri-Brigade. Heavy siding against back row with Denko and Cosmic Cyclone, and then his Dark Ruler No More is against any combo deck. We also see that he has his extra deck very dedicated to removal XYZs, and also he's playing the Bahamut Shark, so we can assume that he likes to Kaleido for 8 with his Frame Lord Omega, or even go for an incantation play where you summon then 2 Unicorn. So that, of course, is an option in his deck. I don't know how much he resolved this. Unfortunately, there are no replays of the matches for any of these decks, as far as I was able to get them. So all in all, this seems like a fun list, but it does not seem viable for an extended tournament. This probably was more of a fluke, but respect to him, he must have piloted his deck pretty well to be able to get the 9th place in this tournament. But anyways, we shall now commence to the top 4 list, which is, in my opinion, the more interesting list. This list was made by TCG Collectibles. Andrew Torres, he is a known player and a repeat top contender in the Latin American region. On Dueling Book, he is around at 600 rating, but he's not playing too actively. I've seen him around. I've seen him play his other decks, and he's pretty good at what he's doing. So respect to him that he took Necros to this event and performed remarkably well. So now let's get to the deck list. I'll also leave, of course, the link to the channel in the description. His deck list was a Dogmatica Necros list without Incantation Engine, 40 cards. You love to see it. And so he was running triple Ecclesia, 2 Maximus, 1 Manju, 2 Shuret, 1 Arid triple Brionac, 2 Clausulus, 1 Trishula, 2 Unicorn, which is surprising to me. 2 Necros of Valkyris, also a big surprise to me. Triple DRNM in the main deck, as is only going second cards. Triple Nadir's Servant, 2 Cycle, 2 Kaleidoscope, 2 Mirror, 3 Pot of Prosperity, 2 Punishment, triple Prep, and Reinforcement of the Army. So from his main deck, we see that he's going very heavy on the Dogmatica package, and assumingly to go first and end on a Unicorn pass with Punishment, and hopefully also a Maximus follow-up play. So this seems like a pretty standard Dogmatica list. It also is running 2 Shuret and the Necros Arid Bahir, including a reinforcement of the army. Running 2 Shuret with Arid Bahir seems pretty consistent to resolve the Arid Bahir. The only problem in this case is that you cannot search Arid Bahir off of Brionac because this restricts the Shurret combos a lot due to you not being able to search Brionac to search with Brionac for a Unicorn, and then to Unicorn back the Ariat Bahir or the Brionac, and then getting yourself a free summon from the graveyard. 2 Valkyrus is very interesting. He probably expected a lot of Dragon Link, which has only one specific out to Unicorn, and that is that they Levianeer, and for that they of course need to hard open Levianeer, or they have a Chaos Space. His going second lineup of 3 Dark Ruler is, in my opinion, not enough, but part of Prosperity as well as Nadir Servant help a lot, of course, in defeating these matchups. All in all, his main deck seems really solid. For his extra deck, we are seeing 2 Ints, 1 Titaniclad, triple Herald, 1 Omega. This seems like standard ratios. 1 level 10 Flower Guardian Light Flare with 5,000 attack. So this is probably his big Dogmatika punishment target, so that he can pop pretty much anything except for a 5,300 attack Access Code Talker. Then he's also running a Red Nova Dragon. Probably he was flexing an ulti. Respect to him for flexing the ulti. Same for the Star Eater. Then also 1 Abyss Dweller. This is really useful in the Prankets matchup. I find this really interesting that he was playing a Daigusto Emerald. This is probably to give his Maximus more firepower in case you come into a grind game. A good idea. I like it. Then also 2 Toads, of course, for his Maximus. And then he also, I believe he said, do not quote me on this, that he really loved the Nephthys the Sacred Flame in this deck. And that I believe he said that it was really good. But then again, I am not able to speak the language of the deck profile, so I am not able to tell. For his side deck, he was running triple Lancea, triple Droll and Lockbird, and triple Nibiru for his hand traps. This is really heavy for the Dragon Link matchup, a matchup that is usually already good for Necros, but there is also some overlap with of course, Dogmatikas, with the Dogmatika decks by playing Droll and Lockbird. Cutting off after a meltdown just feels good. Also, both these hand traps stop stop a Dragon Link from producing a Levianeer, which is really important. This stops them from searching, and this stops them from summoning it. Then also for his back row height, he sided 2 Denkosaka, triple Cyclone, and 1 Harpy's Feather Duster. All in all, this list is really solid. Respect to him, he is a great player, and it also seems like a really consistent deck. I am not too sure on playing triple Ecclesia. It seems kind of cloggy, but and also I'm not sure on him not playing more main deck going second cards like Psyframe Gear Gam to beat matchups that require you to have a hand trap. Like, for example, playing against Tri-Brigade, you really need to gamma that Simorg, if possible, otherwise you have a really bad time. So all in all, those lists are really good. I am happy for both of them that they performed so remarkably, and this should be the end of the video. See ya.